Welcome to stage 6 of the Critérium de Dauphiné, our first of 3 mountain stages, and this is the easiest one, at least on paper. We have 5 leaders here, just over a minute and a half ahead of the peloton, but that gap is coming down very fast. Arnaud Deschet, Jamal Safari, Diana Stephenson, M.L. Meyer, and Ugo Zorzi were the 5 leaders. They won the earlier climb and they won the intermediate sprint, but I think that's all they're going to get today because this peloton getting a little bit angry and they're chasing down the breakaway with some speed. As you see, Rico Rudiger of Euskaltel Euskadi is going to finish the job here. Rudiger had an unlucky start to the Dauphiné, got caught out in a split on stage 3. He lost around 3 minutes, so he's really out of the frame now for a high finish. So it's all up to his teammate Jean-Marie Caillou to try and win this race for Euskaltel Euskadi. And Caillou is in 10th place overall at the start of the stage, around 30 seconds behind Yannick Verhoeven. The green jersey of Jerome Moikin, meanwhile, has been dropped from this peloton, so his job is done. He will slip way down in the overall standings today because we are a long way from the finish, and a good bit of climbing still to come. We're starting the Col de Porte here, a category 2 climb, but it's the hardest they've encountered so far. They have a long steep descent, and then a bit of an uphill, but not terribly steep, at least an average gradient. It's an uphill finish to Le Sapie en Chartreuse. And apologies to any French speakers if I butchered that pronunciation. But on with the race. And the steeper gradients starting here, around 7% in this space, and Hackett are now looking to take control of things. Yelena Topkalidze, it's probably the first I've seen of her all season. But that moment is brief because Ilyana Pavlova is launching the first attack from the climbers, and Yevgeny Balashkov has gone with her, and this is a very strong climbing duo. Topkalidze is going to do her best to keep things under control, but that is not easy with Pavlova and Balashkov. Other riders for Hackett, it's Matsuoda now, in 4th place overall, but sacrificing himself for Manuel Navarro, who is the team leader. And now Matsuoda is looking cooked. Well, these riders really haven't found their mountain's legs yet, because look at the size of this peloton. It's down to 32 riders just in the span of this climb. Verhoeven starting to suffer a little bit. And its attack by Pavlova and Balashkov is causing a lot of problems as the domestiques exerting themselves have been falling away. This peloton has been severely reduced, under 24 riders still here, and I'm sure one or more big leaders have been caught out. As the cream literally rising to the top of this mountain, look who's left at the top of this climb. Pavlova and Balashkov are caught. And we get an attack over the top of the climb. Luis Sancho is one of the riders. I think Navarro is the other. 2 very dangerous Spanish climbers. A chase group of 5 riders has formed behind, with Caillou, Tutin, Pavlova, Kelvin Moore, and Yevgeny Balashkov. So the first big sorting out in the road in this year's Dauphiné race. The yellow jersey a long way behind, and Luis Sancho is attacking this descent, looking to drop Manuel Navarro. He's pretty good going downhill, and a gap has formed. Navarro really should just sit up and wait for the other riders a few seconds behind him so they can work together. But this is very good team tactics by the AlphaTauri team, because Yevgeny Balashkov has nothing to chase here. It's his teammate up the road. Put the pressure on the other riders in the group to do the work and exert themselves to bring back Luis Sancho. That's the 10 kilometers to go banner, and we're just about at the bottom of this descent. And we'll start this up and down climb up to the finish. To category 3 of the Côte de la Frette, a very brief plateau, and then the uphill to the finish in the last few kilometers. And Pavlova caused so many problems on the first climb, so she's going to try again on this one, see if she can do the same kind of damage. But it seems they've all gotten their wheel except maybe Balashkov. I think that attack has caught him out a little bit. Try and get back on terms here. Sancho still in that group, and he's going to attack just as Balashkov gets back into the chase group here. Navarro wants to counter, And this is just going to be an all-out drag race all the way to the summit of Les Épées en Chartreuse. Sancho trying to force the gap. Pavlova wants help chasing. She'll get it from Jean-Marie Caillou, and Volashkov just once again sitting on the back. He's not going to chase down his own teammate. It's Navarro and Sancho once again battling each other. Looks like Navarro is just going to get up to Sancho's wheel, or will he? Because Sancho is still applying the pressure. Kelvin Moore comes through to help now. Pavlova still down to assist. And I think Navarro might have overcooked himself because he's just dropped off the back of this group. 1.7 kilometers to go now. Sancho maintaining a very small gap all the way up this climb. In the finals throws into the Flamme Rouge here. Toutain just puts that big diesel engine to work. Trying to drag back Sancho in the final K, but Volashkov is going to attack inside the final Ks. He will overhaul his teammate Luis Sancho. And that is going to be a stage win for AlphaTauri and maybe a leader's yellow jersey. And make that a 1-2 for AlphaTauri because Sancho will finish second place, Toutain third, and Pavlova a very well-deserved fourth place. She was the big attacker on the day. Kelvin Moore and Caillou, they got dropped in the final Ks there, so they lost some significant time, but the rest of the race is going to be a long way behind. And Manuel Navarro really cracked inside those final 2 kilometers. He finishes 11th place and over 2 minutes behind. And Ling Shen, even worse for wear today, almost 4 minutes down, finishing with the yellow jersey there. But the first day in the mountains of these stage races can be very revealing and very destructive to the chances of some top contenders. And that is just what's happened here on stage 6 of the Critérium de Dauphiné. Things will get a lot harder tomorrow because La Plagne is the summit finish, and that climb is much longer and much steeper than what we had at the end of today's stage. But we'll take some time to digest everything and take a look at our results now. The time gaps really open up on these final climbs. Yevgeny Volashkov of AlphaTauri is the stage winner, 18 seconds ahead of Luis Sancho. Hippolyte Toutain of Kyoto is third at 22 seconds. Iliana Pavlova of Doimo fourth at 34 seconds. Kelvin Moore of Nautalia fifth at 1 minute 2 seconds. Jean-Marie Caillou sixth at 1 minute and 5 seconds. Sergei Ignatiev of Hackett 1 minute 22 seconds back in 7th place. In the same time is Carlos Nello of Sismic, Enrico Rudiger of Euskaltel Euskadi, and Joaquin Pinto of Nautalia in 10th place at 1 minute 38 seconds. And we'll just take it straight away to the general classification because it's really been turned upside down now. Yevgeny Volashkov will be the new leader, 24 seconds ahead of Hippolyte Toutain, who remains in 2nd place. Fellow AlphaTauri rider Luis Sancho now 3rd at 1 minute 23 seconds. Jean-Marie Caillou up to 4th at 1 minute 40 seconds. Pavlova 5th at 1 minute 44. Kelvin Moore now 6th at 1 minute 54 seconds. Ibai Leida 7th at 2 minutes 25. Manuel Navarro now 8th, Carlos Nello 9th, and Jeff Cooper makes it 3 in the top 10 for AlphaTauri, just over 3 minutes back. Some of the other hopefuls like Rodolfo Lucci, Mario Matsuoda, Chungling Shin, and Yannick Verhova lost a lot of time today. We'll see if they can ascend the leaderboards in the next couple of stages, but it's not looking good. They want to go out and win the race now. Into the secondary classifications, Jerome Loiken once again scores nothing and still leads the points classification. Adrian Bernard still 2nd, and Diana Stephenson now 3rd. She scored a lot of points in these intermediate sprints, plus her 2nd place on yesterday's stage, so she's a real threat now to win that competition if she keeps getting into these breakaways. The mountains classification, despite the big climbs today, no significant change. Arnaud Deschet still the leader. The only real GC threat up there is Luis Sancho in 5th place. He has 8 points now after winning the Col de Porte. Team classification, who else but AlphaTauri? They were the strongest team today, especially in the finale. They have a sizable advantage over Nautalia and Kyoto. You see it's really gone out to minutes to the rest of the teams Euskata Euskadi over 5 minutes back in 5th place. So things are looking really good for AlphaTauri now. They win the stage. They have places 1 and 3 in the general classification, and 2 more big mountain stages to do even more damage. Tomorrow is the Queen stage up to La Plania, a very hard, very long summit finish. And we're looking forward to a great climber going out and winning that occasion. Or maybe even a breakaway, who knows? We'll just have to tune in next time and find out. So thanks for watching as always. We'll see you next time for Stage 7.